please put your hands together for Talal Asad, CEO of Brand Together. So, let me give you the microphone. How do you feel sitting here on the stage in front of me?
Very well. Happy that you're all here. Great to see you all.
Omar, please introduce yourself a little bit and introduce what you guys do at MarginBusiness.
Okay, my name is Omar. I'm the CEO and co-founder of MarginBusiness.com. We are mainly doing the localization process for Amazon listings, as well others than Amazon, but mainly focus on Amazon for the European Union. That means all the languages that you have in the European Union need to be translated, need to be localized, so the listing is really going in front of anyone of the country where they're selling, where you're buying. For example, for Germany, you want to have German. For Spanish, you want to have Spanish. But not only the Spanish translation, you want to really feel that there's somebody Spanish speaking to you, although there might be sellers from outside of Spain, for example. So this is what we do, the localization process for Amazon.
Talal, please go ahead and introduce yourself and Brand Together.
Good morning, or after. Good morning still? Good morning.
Still morning, yeah.
First time in Istanbul, Turkey. It's a beautiful country for anyone who's here. So, my name is Talal Asad. We are Brand Together, a e-commerce collaborative agency, and our agency and consultancy, we like to work with all of our clients holistically at the same time. So, as opposed to agencies who only work with one client and then they don't share information with other clients, all of our clients actually work together as well, and so they help each other find influencers or packaging. And so we're a collaborative style agency focused mainly on Amazon, but we do all e-commerce in the United States only right now. And when we don't do United States, we always talk to Omar to do our translations inside.
Unfortunately, we're missing one of our panelists, who is Amy Reese. She wasn't able to catch her flight, but we'll have her tonight in the afternoon and definitely on stage tomorrow morning. So let's get started, guys. I have a few questions prepared for you, and let's discuss it. And please, we like to keep things here very organic. If you have any questions, raise your hand. We'd love to hear your questions, and we'd love, of course, the speakers would love to support you and answer any of your questions. So let's get started with the first question for you, Talal. Yeah, are you ready?
Ready.
So let's discuss a little bit what role branding plays when you're thinking about maximizing the exposure of your product pages on Amazon.
Yeah, so I think in terms of where people were talking about branding 5 and 10 years ago on e-commerce, and especially on Amazon, till today has shifted completely in a different direction. So where before, when you didn't have much competition or many different sellers of the same products, you were always very focused on getting the product as cheaply as possible and as quickly as possible onto Amazon and putting as many keywords as possible so people can see it. But now you have, I think, what, 6 million sellers worldwide on Amazon, or
6 million active.
6 million active sellers on Amazon worldwide, and over 15 million products on the AmazonUS.com marketplace. So right now, branding, and Amazon has actually showed how important branding is now, where Amazon is giving rebates to people who are using their branded searches. So they're paying you back on Amazon if people are searching for you by brand. They're also trying to they do like brand registry and brand referral bonuses, so bringing people from outside traffic to Amazon. And when we talk about branding, that means many different things. What is the name of the brand? How do you make it pretty? Like, how do you really talk about it? Has anyone heard of like your customer avatar or your brand identity? So that means like, who is the person who is buying your product and what does your brand stand for? And again, while in the past when Amazon was a big marketplace, no one really cared about brand, but right now branding has become incredibly important. And I think the first step to figure out who do you think your customer is, and then how do you speak to that customer in the way that your colors are, the way that your listings look like, how you localize it to them. So branding is more than just the name of your brand, but it's really like how you dress the entire product.
Perfect. So speaking about localization, translation, Omar. So as you know, most of us use Google Translate. We don't all have the luxury of having real life translation. But how is it different when you're thinking of, for example, if you're an Amazon.com seller and you want to start selling in a marketplace like Turkey right here? How is it important? Can you just simply Google Translate your listings and just get started?
No, not really.
Okay?
That's okay. Also, no, not really. You should never translate, Google Translate your listings. For the simple reason that you are here in Turkey, if you Google Translate your listings into Turkish, there might be some complications. It might be not correct. There is really it needs to be localized. Not only translated, but as well localized. If you only translate, as well, not enough anymore, because nowadays people want to connect. They want to connect with you, they want to connect with your product, they want to connect with your listing. So it's super important that you not only, there is Upwork, which I would not recommend really right now. Before, yes, but right now anymore. I would really go to an agency who's localizing your listing fully. Fully means text, pictures, but we come to pictures later on, I guess, and the A+ content. So no, please don't use Google Translate anymore. You will lose your sales, because you can at least make 50% more on your sales if you localize your listings fully.
Perfect. Back to you, Talal. As you know, just back and forth. A lot of people say Amazon is a saturated marketplace, there's so much competition. Do you believe that branding can help you as a seller, as a brand on Amazon, differentiate yourself from other Amazon sellers?
Yeah, of course. And but simply just doing like the branding work is not going to be enough to really differentiate yourself. It's not just about doing that branding work, but then also how do you send outside traffic to Amazon? What are you doing outside of Amazon that is helping your brand as well? So for example, if you're trying to get a mention in a blog or PR or with an influencer, they are going to be much more likely, in fact sometimes not even much more likely, but they will only work with a brand themselves that is done something that differentiated themselves branding-wise. So if I'm going to, let's say Omar here is an influencer, and he's trying to sell, in cosmetics and cosmetic care, head shaving equipment, and I show him, I have this new razor, and it's just a black razor that I bought from Alibaba. He's not going to want to care about it. But if I said this is a razor that we made and we developed with a German, blade manufacturer over the last 15 years, and it's one of the oldest and newest technologies, but it works now and it's old world, and we called it something really cool, he's gonna want to then talk about it and create a listing around it, or create a campaign around it. So branding is incredibly important if you want to bring people and differentiate yourself.
If you wanted to give one tip, which I know is
there's
impossible.
some feedback. Do you guys hear?
Yeah, there's yeah. No, it's fine. Because we can hear feedback on the stage.
Okay. Maybe it's just on the stage.
Echo.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to give someone just one tip, if somebody right now stops you and asks you they want to make one change to their product page, what would it be? Would you say focus on the images, focus on the text, the content? I know you should be focusing on it all.
Yeah.
But what would be the most important thing?
If you're coming from a branding perspective, the number one thing is to know your audience, because once you answer that question, everything else falls into place. So you can't change a picture without changing the title, without changing the bullets, without changing the description, the A+, because if you do everything on its own in a silo by itself, it's not going to package the whole product together. So the very first question you should know is, who is your audience and what problems are you solving for them, or what lifestyle are you trying for them to aspire to? And once you answer that question, the titles will become apparent, the pictures will become apparent, the bullets will become apparent, and you know how to do the product.
So if you were to give anyone, Omar, right now who's looking to translate their listing, a particular tool for them to use, is there something that, or do you still believe, like, do you believe in AI, or do you still think humans need to be involved in translating?
Okay, let's make this very simple. I think AI is very good to do a listing, but it can never replace a human. That means the text will be very good. The writing will be very good. You will create the 5 bullet points. Even if you have a very good prompt, he can tell you the exact features for the product, but it will not localize the listing. So even if you do it, you still need to come to an agency, for example, and they will localize this for you. And on top of it, we didn't speak about it yet, but the SEO process inside. I'm not sure if the question is going to come afterwards, but the SEO inside, for example, when we run the keywords into Helium 10, the AI will not be able to put it in. There are some companies who are claiming that it works, but I can tell you it don't work, especially not for languages. Maybe for English, but you know, it's always very, very tricky if you're not yourself in the process. So AI is really good. I'm really enjoying it. It will help a lot of us, but it will never, never replace a human being, especially for the localization process, for the cultural purposes, for the pictures. We are far away from pictures anyway. Yeah, this is the main thing. So don't even think about using AI. Always try. I mean, if you are not able to invest right now a lot into products, maybe you start with one product and then another product, but make the one product that you're selling, make it perfect in order that it build on the next product and the next product, and that you can build a real brand, like Talal always saying as well. It's very important to have the brand. The branding is super important. So if you start with one product, invest, translate, localize, put the SEO in there, photos, the whole modeling setup for the photo shooting. Don't just take Photoshop or take from the supplier. Really build something which lasts for years, and not just something which you buy from Alibaba and then sell to somebody else, and then you don't even build anything. So building something is very important at the moment.
Thank you so much. I just want to see here with everyone who's watching us, show of hands, let us know who's currently selling on Amazon. In any marketplace, who's selling on Amazon? Yeah? Okay, great. See, there are a lot of people. Who is interested to start selling on Amazon? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. We're very happy. Anybody has any question for Omar and Talal? Yeah, go ahead. Hold on, let me get you a microphone. Yeah. There you go.
Does it work? Yeah, it works. So, Omar, it's a question for you. First of all, I'm Marco, and I'm a performance marketing director at USA-based agency. We are more focused on other types of e-commerce, and not so much on Amazon, but we have some sellers who are actually doing Amazon, like Basepause. They did a great job on Shark Tank, and they really scaled their business after that, and they're currently working actively on Amazon, hoping for that Prime Day to come soon. So one of my questions, maybe even for both of you, is like, I suppose that you are mostly leveraging the Amazon ads, and that you are mostly advertising Amazon products inside the platform itself. But my question is, do you also leverage Facebook ads, Google ads, other platforms? Google ads maybe not so much, but Facebook ads. What we are doing is really using the whitelisting strategy. Like when an influencer posts about the product, we take that post and we spark it on TikTok and we use it as an existing post on Facebook. But one particular struggle we have with Facebook ads when we are leading to Amazon page is attribution, of course, because as you know, you're not getting anything back from Amazon, and that makes campaigns very hard to optimize.
when you came to the question. It was done. Hold on.
So my question for you is, are you using social media platforms as advertising tools and platforms for actually advertising Amazon products? And are you leading from Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or any other Pinterest or Snapchat? Are you leading to Amazon landing pages? How you saw attribution in that case?
Okay, let me just quickly say that we're not really dealing with Facebook, because Facebook, as you know, is very, very different from the PPC ad on Amazon. And somebody who says he can deal with all of these, might be possible, but it's very hard. So you will find people like yourself who are specialized in Facebook, who are specialized in TikTok. But myself, we are specialized really for Amazon, and as well the Amazon ads inside Amazon. Now, when you go outside, what we usually do is we work with ManyChat. So if you know ManyChat, it derives from Facebook, brings the customers into a funnel, and then takes them in. And this is as far as we go. So we're really not dealing with the segmentation of the customers within Facebook. I don't know how far, Talal, how you are going with that, but...
So personally, our agency Brand Together does not do Meta ads or TikTok ads, but we work with clients who have really good agencies and really good freelancers or people and employees who do it, and they do it with a lot of success. So one of the clients, just a very quick, I know one of my clients spends close to, I want to say, $200,000 on TikTok per week, and another $200,000 on Meta per week in advertising. And they drive most of their advertising to their website, not to Amazon. But because the brand is so strong, people who are getting those advertisements on Spark, on TikTok, or on Meta, on Facebook, will then go to Amazon and search for the brand by name, because they're saying, oh, I wonder if it's on Amazon, it'll come in 2 days, and it's faster and it's cheaper this way. So you get an effect. And so this is when we're talking about branding in this thing, like how important the branding is for that. Now, when you're talking about what are other ways for attribution, there are some tools. So for Google Ads, there's a company called Amped, A-M-P-D. I don't know if they're here today, but Amped is the kings of Amazon, Google to Amazon. And they set it up for you in the campaigns and the attribution for you as well. And then Amazon now has Amazon attribution, but then Amazon has also finally announced a partnership with Google for doing Google attribution on the Google Ads themselves as well. And then, especially if you're doing Buy with Prime, you can do that too. And lastly, Carbon 6 came out with a tool called Pixel Me, and Pixel Me also helps with the attribution question. Of course, none of these are 100%, but those are some tools that you could be using.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for everyone. Panel is done. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you. Feel free to ask us any questions.